since you were asking and I should be there. Alright, so I'm working on elections since 1999. एक वक्त था जब हमारे पास 300 और 400 से ज़्यादा का सैंपल नहीं होता था. Then we moved forward and we started working on with a data set of around 2000 respondents. Then 2019 came and we started working on 32,000 respondents. And recently I was dealing with UP election and I was having on an average each household data in the constituency I was working with. So the problem with me that the title is saying that where is the data? For me that data is everywhere. We are living in the age of dataism where big data is being debated and we are asking where is data. So my whole proposition was that data is omnipresent like a god. Data is circulating in the air because each one of us is nothing but a data. And if you will look at the electoral data which I am dealing with, I never thought of that I will be dealing with a massive amount of data. Because there is a craze going on in the world to collect more and more and more data. Everything is collecting data, not only everyone. Even the TV is collecting data, the cameras are collecting data, the fridge is collecting data, and I'm looking at the political behavior of the people. My question is not gender, not any other health issues, not economic concern. I am here to identify patterns of political behaviors of the people so that I could generalize something and make some predictions. Because I am an election consultant and people are paying for me. Then I realized that where to look for data. Then when I indulge into this market, then I found that not me alone who is looking for data, but there are thousands of people who are looking for the similar data which I am looking for. So then I found that is a market. So everybody is looking data. Then the point is that there are people I learned that is called data brokers. Data brokers like Axiom, like Facebook, like all social media handlers, including the owner of the Twitter, the Facebook, they are ready to sell their data. And then I realized that personal data is a new oil in the market. Everybody, because who can pay it? All political parties were ready to buy the data. Who do you like? I was able to make generalizations out of your Facebook data which we dealt with, Twitter data in India with regard to specific constituencies in India, that who are you going to vote for? Who are you going to vote for? Because the moment I learned that in this particular constituencies, people are liking these kind of comments, these kind of shares. Then we made a universe that these are the categories of the people who are a strong supporter of a particular party. Then we made a universe that these are the people who are the strong supporter of the oppositions. So there are some 20% left who are floating in between. All political parties are working with those floating voters. That most of the voting behavior is now a settled question. We have decided who we vote for, irrespective of the conditions we are undergoing through. We are poor, we are rich, it doesn't matter. But we have almost in an irrational framework of being a subject of a political party, we have decided. So therefore we thought of that, let us work on that. And we decided. During this process, we learned that there are data monopolies. That certain agencies who are having huge amount of data which we are struggling to found. And there are certain agencies which are struggling with data poverty. But they don't know how to deal with, how to get the opinion, because they don't have resources. Because to have a data, you need resources. And resources are what? Financial resources, manpower resources and technological resources as well. Because are we able to make use of the data available across the sources? And for so far as the marginality is concerned and vulnerability is concerned, data is everywhere. I'm telling you. There are thousands of the virtual libraries who has made their database accessible to everyone. Do you know that how to access? There are hundreds of survey agencies across the world who are ready with the data. They have collected the data over the periods of time and they have made a pool of it. There are market research based agencies who are doing it. There are researchers, are we able to collaborate it? We don't use the data only that, because there is three kind of data. That there are unprocessed data, there are pre-processed data, and there are some data which you create on your own. Customized data based on your need. So the point is that the data is in high volume, but there are varieties into it. What kind of data do we need? And similarly, data are discretionary nowadays because there is the velocity of data is very